I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for InvestmentPitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews with Eric Ma, the CMO of Deeper Network. Eric, welcome to the show, and it is a pleasure to have you here.
It's great to see you again, Ashton.
Likewise, I want to jump right into Deeper Network because I know your team is so busy right now. There's a lot of updates to cover. If we can just kick it off with an overview and a focus of Deeper Network and some of the solutions that your team is bringing to the table in the industry right now.
Sure. Deeper Network was founded in 2018 by our CEO, Russell Leo. He previously had been at Intel as one of the head engineers there, and he headed up the research and development team at Palo Alto Networks. And our headquarters is now currently in Santa Clara, California. And uh, the rest of the team, we have our amazing CTO who built Deeper Network on Polkadot, and he used to be the head of AI at Amazon. So we have an amazing development team.
Wow.
There's a lot of pressure for me from the marketing side, trying to keep up with what they're doing. And I'm the CMO. And we also have our co-founder Cheryl, who had previously owned in the crypto space, consulting business, which actually helped Quantum and Tron and some of these bigger projects off the ground during their ICO days. So we have a pretty solid team. We have a team of about 30 people. Where some of us are decentralized, and others are at the headquarters, mostly in Canada, USA, Taiwan, and some in China as well. So that's pretty much the
Oh,
team. And our product itself, since 2018, it's pretty amazing to have a sixth generation hardware basically in development. And our solutions for that we're trying to provide for the world is basically a safer, a more secure, more private, and fairer internet. So what that means is our hardware unit called a Deeper Connect. It provides decentralized private network, which is basically a decentralized VPN. And the unit itself it doesn't only make you a client, but it's actually also a server. So you become a node when you have the unit. And we partnered with Best Buy, Amazon that sell our products. And recently we've broken records on IndieGoGo, which is kind of I guess a Kickstarter website. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but we've broken records. We have become the biggest blockchain product to successfully sell so much on IndieGoGo. And we've sold over 10,000 units already since 2018, which means we currently have over 10,000 nodes around the world. So we tunnel through firewalls, and we were able to route to different parts of the world for the VPN aspect. VPN, centralized versus decentralized is a
mhm.
huge difference there. And then as far as the security goes, we offer a 7-layer firewall, also cloud firewall, which allows for much like enterprise level um, security at home. So with the current trend of everyone working from home, a lot of times the security at home is not as safe as when you're at the office. And with today's
Mhm.
world of people owning crypto and having all this sensitive information, our basically security really provides for basically no prevention of hackers from entering your network, as well as tracking hardware, malware, and privacy leaks, data leaks and stuff like that. It blocks all that stuff, and it's all controlled through our software that you can control on Atom OS and parental controls like blocks and advertisements. So these are the two main features that have been functioning on the Deeper Connect. And then the last part is the blockchain aspect. We are going to be launching our mainnet. It's been in testnet, our Deeper blockchain, which is built on Polkadot, is going to be the Web3 gateway for Web 3.0. So decentralized internet. And we're going to be creating ecosystems for things such as DeFi products, NFTs, DApp stores, and e-commerce, decentralized e-commerce, and decentralized e-services. All that is going to be available on the Deeper Net Connect, and we're launching that in Q3. And the coolest thing also is the gas that runs the whole thing is the DPR token, which we're having a public sale on that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And the DPR token runs the whole entire network. It incentivizes users to donate their unused bandwidth to the network, which helps speed up the network. And it doesn't waste your kind of unused bandwidth. You're paying for it. So might as well, if you're not using it, to donate it to the, not donate, I should say, to contribute to the network, and in return, you can mine DPR tokens. So that is our proof of credit algorithm, which allows for people to mine DPR tokens using their unit. The unit itself doesn't use very much electricity, like some people might think. It uses less than 1% of the energy of an ASIC miner. So it tops out at around 15 watts. So it's really not a lot of energy to be mining. And so that helps. That's an incentivization. And obviously for the ecosystems and stuff, DPR token will be the currency of use there to develop dApps, to buy dApps, use those services. So
Very cool, Eric. And yeah, a lot covered there. And congratulations on that IndieGoGo campaign. I didn't know that you launched that, and just to be partnered with Best Buy and these other stores to actually be selling a blockchain-based product and breaking records. That's like a huge milestone for not just Deeper Network, but for the industry. So very interesting product. And I've been researching into these decentralized VPNs because there are a lot of problems just with centralized VPNs and just the internet overall. This needs a whole overhaul, which blockchain is working on. I'm curious with the Deeper Connect and the Deeper Network, there's all of these functionalities and it's going to make the internet better, but it also can be technical. Is there a focus on usability or allowing this product to get to not just the power users and the technical users of the internet, but for the average user or just the slightly above average user to need this product as well?
that's a great question. Usability and is key. The interface, everything. The box itself is plug and play, and you basically just plug in the Deeper Connect unit, which is about the size. I mean, we have different generations. So the mini itself is about the size of your palm, a little bit longer, like a rectangle. And then you have the nano, which is smaller than your palm. And we're coming out with a 6th generation. It's about halfway through development currently, and the Pico. So that one will offer Wi-Fi support. So that one's about the size of a thumb drive. So that's quite small, and you just plug it in between the router and the internet, and literally you're set up. As far as the interface goes, you can access it through the intranet through an IP address, and the interface is a lot of graphics. We have users who've been posting on YouTube, kind of not associated with us, they're not working with us, but they're just posting and showing the product and how easy it is to use. And I've been loving to see those, because those things are true, like an indication of how easy it is to use. And through the interface, you can control toggles and different things, turning the mining on or off, and these kind of things. Very easy to use. It doesn't really require any technical issue, like settings or anything like that. If you have technical support, if needed, and we can certainly help with those kind of things. So yeah, but it's very usable, and that was one of our main focuses, because what we really want to achieve is to have every household in the world to have one of these, and the price itself is quite affordable. Right now, it's on IndieGoGo for $249, and purchasing it, you never have to pay for VPN again. So it's just one-time fee, and you have basically decentralized a private network for the rest of your life, and all the other features, the security and everything. So
definitely, and that's great, because a lot of those VPN services are on subscription, and you're their customer for life, and sort of stuck under their subscription. So that's really interesting, that the model that you're doing it with. And I wanted to talk about the early incentivization of these hardware connectors and just getting people on. But it seems that you sort of touched on that as you build out the mainnet that you're building. People will be able to use their unused bandwidth and their connections to be incentivized to actually get DPR tokens. Is that really something that you're going to see as one of the main drivers of adoption? And of course, like there's other benefits to just having the decentralized VPN overall, but that seems like a major incentive to have people buying this hardware and getting connected to the network.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as like a huge bonus. It's like buy one get three free kind of a deal, or buy one get two free because of the features. I mean, we have people who purchase the unit just for the security. That's obviously really important. I know usually people's home security is not very safe, and this thing, anything that connects to it, including IoT devices, cell phones, and stuff that are connected through whatever the router is protected under this thing. So some people buy it for the security, some people buy it for the DPN, and a lot of people buy it for that because it's a one-time thing. You never have to pay for it again. It's actually a lot very dependable. The box itself you can carry with you when you travel. For instance, I when I traveled to China with the Great Firewall, I remember the first time I went there in the past, I had VPN, and somebody had told me to buy this VPN, it'll work. And when I went there, it didn't work, and basically I was not able to access any of my work info there for like almost an entire week. It was a nightmare, and so after having received a deeper connect, going to China, I just bring that thing with me, plug it in, and I have access to everything. I never have to worry about, is this VPN going to work this time or not? So the DPN is another feature, and then the Web 3.0 I think is bigger than anything. Of course, if you're a miner and you're trying to mine DPR tokens for its value and everything, that's a huge incentive as well. So it's actually buy one get three free because we got the DPN, and then we have the security, and then we have the Web 3.0 gateway, which is basically the future of the internet, and then we have the mining feature. So people buy it for whatever reasons, and I think just any of one of those reasons is a good enough reason to buy the unit itself at 249. Really.
Definitely. Yeah. And I want to touch a little bit deeper into the mining and just the reward of the DPR tokens. Can you just talk about if there are other utilities or other functionalities of DPR within the platform, and does it have other use cases that create a sustainable ecosystem?
Sure. Well, I mentioned the donating of the bandwidth to the network. So the more people that are on the network makes the network more robust. We have over 10,000 nodes now. By the end of the year, we're projecting the number to be 100,000, and in the next few years, we're looking at millions of nodes. We're trying to keep up with demand. We just recently opened a warehouse in the U.S. as well, a distribution center. So we're trying to scale as well, and that's happening very quickly. As far as the DPR goes, everything runs on it. There's micropayments, people who donate bandwidth to the network, people who need bandwidth can purchase extra bandwidth around the world. And living in Western world, I think bandwidth is not an issue, but for a lot of the parts around the world, bandwidth is a huge issue. And
totally.
You still need to have internet in order to access it. So don't get me wrong. This is not a replacement for the internet. I don't think there's really been a solution for that yet, where if there's internet shutdowns and stuff, like you can't really access that. So you still need internet, and in order to be part of the network, you need to have internet and be able to contribute to the internet. So to the network, I'm sorry. And so for people who have very limited data, they want to purchase bandwidth to be able to access the internet more. They could do that with DPR token at a much cheaper cost than they would purchasing that data from their internet provider. So that's a huge one. As far as the mining goes, obviously that's a huge incentive, and 60% of our allocation of the total supply, which is capped at 10 billion, is reserved for mining, and that is not going to be mined out for another 50 years from TGE. Wow. Yeah, so the rewards are very robust there. And then the ecosystem itself, I think, is where the value of DPR is really going to shine because of the ecosystem we're going to create. So for dApps developers who create useful dApps, they can they have to basically spend DPR to be able to put their dApps
Mm-hmm.
in the store, in the dApp store. And for users, they want to buy these dApps that they find useful. Then they can use DPR to purchase those.
Mm-hmm.
DeFi, we're going to have different products that allow for DPR to be used in the DeFi space. And as we know, the DeFi space is moving at lightning speeds, and the products that are out there are nuts in terms of interest, lending, and also just different staking products. And who knows what's gonna come up in the future. And then there's like for instance, we've recently partnered with Bridge Mutual, which sells insurance, decentralized insurance. So those are kind of some e-services and products that we'll have to offer, which will use the DPR token. Um, Polkadot is built on interoperability. I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
was one of the foundations of it. So by being on Polkadot and having won the Web3 Foundation grant from Polkadot, we're building important infrastructure for Polkadot. That's our dev team there, and we're going to be so interoperable with other networks and ecosystems that DPR is going to have limitless in terms of usability. And with Ethereum's platform, Cardano's, all these different platforms, it's all going to be interoperable. So whatever is developed there, we'll have access to as well through the building of bridges between Polkadot and those ecosystems.
Definitely, and thank you for all that. That actually is quite a bit of functionality for DPR, and I know not all of it is in place yet, and we're sort of running short on time, but I want to look at the next steps forward in terms of the roadmap and what's really coming out next for Deeper Network in the next few months. If you could hint at that.
Sure. We have our public sale. So it's in 3 days. April 5th, we're on paid ignition. We're also on pools. And on April 8th, we will be doing our main last public round on TokenSoft. So I think registration is almost closing. So you guys got to hurry. Go to our website, www.deeper.network, and you can click into the public sale and register there. Right after the public sale, we'll have our token generation event and token distribution, and we will immediately list on Uniswap, and we'll look at other dexes as well. And we're in very close talks with centralized exchanges, tier one centralized exchanges, and we'll hopefully be listing on that very soon. So this will provide plenty of market space, marketplace for the users of traders of DPR. And then as far as development goes, I think that's where our bread and butter is. Our product really speaks for itself. And we're currently, like I said, developing our Deeper Connect Pico, which is our next generation, sixth generation of the Deeper Connect family. And that the price on that is going to be even more accessible because we're trying to drive down the price, which helps with
Mm-hmm.
mainstream adoption. So
Definitely.
yeah, mainnet itself is going to be launched later in Q3 of this year. So when mainnet launches, then mining will start, and the building of ecosystems will start. We have a lot of partnerships kind of in line. That's kind of scheduled with these kind of developments. And let's see what else is going on. Expansion and scaling of our distribution. That's a huge one. We're trying to keep up with the demand. It's been a bit challenging. I apologize for all the people who've purchased that are waiting for their Deeper Connect. We're trying to ship those out as fast as we can and manufacturing those. And yeah, just I think building out of the ecosystem is our main next step. And for the rest of the roadmap for the rest of the year and
Mm-hmm.
into the next. Yeah.
Great. And for the viewers that are looking to follow along with all of these updates and just get into the community and learn more about the public sale and the launches, what's the best way for them to get involved?
You can join our Telegram community. Man, I never memorized our address there. You can search Deeper Network and join our Telegram English community. We've doubled in size in the last just 2 months, and it's been crazy. Follow our Twitter, Deeper Network, and we have all the socials that are available out there. I would say just go to our website. It's probably we have a little tab that pops out on the bottom, and you can click and join our communities there. Its website again is www.deeper.network.
Great, Eric. And I will leave those links as well in the description box for the viewers.
Cool.
Thank you so much for taking the time. All the best with all of these updates with Deeper Network moving forward, and let's definitely follow up in the near future.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashton.